I had a lot of questions actually on Instagram about why, Martin, why do you do this? I think for me, it's like, I don't usually bike. I've never really been biking anything in my life. For me, it's the challenge, the idea of going from the northernmost point in Norway to the southernmost point on a traditional bike. Hey! Yeah! Woo! Fun fact, we're biking without any boxers.
This was a far-fetched dream 10 days ago.
Woo! Done with Northern Norway! Yada yada! Good morning everyone, and welcome back to a new travel vlog where we are biking 3,129 kilometers all the way from northern tip of Norway down to the southern parts. This is vlog 5 out of a series we're making, and we just crossed into Trøndelag, meaning we are done with northern Norway. We're done with the cold. We're probably done with the hardest conditions that we're going to experience on this trip. And further down here, summer is waiting for us. With me on this trip is Nicolai. The two of us, we are biking this trip together. It's been an amazing adventure so far. We have a lot of in store for you for this video as well. In this video, you can expect to learn a little bit more about our thoughts so far after being 2 weeks on this bad boy right here. We have everything with us on the bike, and we're biking about 120 kilometers a day. It takes like 8 to 10, sometimes 12 hours, depending on the incline of the mountains we have to cross. But hey, let's get going. I'm excited you're here. My name is Martin. Consider subscribing, and let's go. Nicolai, how's it going?
All good, all good. Just took a long break, ate some food, and now we are biking 3 more hours. Let's go.
It's 8 p.m. Yesterday we biked to 1 almost a.m.
Yes, yes. So we are turning the rhythm. Yeah. We are going to bed late, and we're waking up late, and we're starting late, but we are biking late. So it's like, we'll see if we are going to adjust that.
Why are we trying that? It's because of traffic.
Yes, less traffic in evenings.
Yeah.
And it's the theory is that it's quieter also with the wind, but it doesn't seem to hold true, so mostly of the traffic.
Exactly. So guys, when we're biking, if there's a little bit of wind, it really affects our ability to bike fast.
Guys, it's been raining a lot today, so we decided let's go for a camping in the last minute. Nice. Super nice cabin, has 2 bedrooms, fire oven, luxury, super luxury. Let me show you inside. It is day 14 biking across Norway. Woke up in this beautiful cabin about 100 kilometers north of Steinkjer. Yesterday passed through the northern gate. You guys saw, amazing. The reason we get cabins along the way is because sometimes it's raining so much that it just doesn't make sense to put up a tent, because we will be soaking wet when we start the next day. So we do have those like cabins already planned out in an itinerary, and we know that if we get to that place and it's raining, we're checking in. Super nice cabin, able to fully rejuvenate, comfortable bed, almost too luxury actually, because we like the challenge. That's what this trip's been about. We're excited to share with you the next part of the adventure here on video blog 5. It's a very large place in Norway. It's like center Norway, and when I grew up as a kid, going on a car ride 7 hours to Trøndelag was like, wow, that's a long trip. So it's crazy to believe that we're now biking through it. A lot of forest here, a lot of greenery. We're definitely done with the crazy northern Norway, snow, mountain adventures, wind. If you haven't seen those video blogs, it's time to go back and check them out. There's a playlist in the description. But before we start today, me and Nicolai, we want to share a little bit about our main sponsor for the trip, Innovation Support. And to do that, Nicolai will share some facts about you that I think you will like. And if you're a hungry individual looking for a really cool job here in Norway and you don't want to miss what's coming up.
So Innovation Support is the brand you see here. I've been working with the company for 2 years. They are I would say the most professional company working, helping other businesses generate more sales. Like if you are a business that sells a product or service to other businesses, they can help you boost your sales through booking meetings. And they're currently hiring. They're hiring people who have just finished their bachelor's degree, typically within business, like marketing, sales, economy. If you are a young student or just finished your studies, check out the link below to look at the hiring description. And if you are a business owner or you are responsible for the sales of your business, check out the link to the blog in the description, because the blog from Innovation Support is great for helping businesses to grow their sales.
Yeah.
So simple as that. They help you generate leads, map the market and book meetings. Super great company, always delivers what they promise. I recommend it highly.
A lot of the people that are working there is just as motivated as us when it comes to the work that they're doing for others.
Yes.
Like, it requires a lot to bike across Norway, and I think a lot of your colleagues and places that are working there are determined to get the job done.
Yes, that's actually a very important aspect, because when me and Martin were going to do this trip, we didn't want sponsors that didn't make sense. Like we have Glømmesport, which is like the sports company, the sports brand, and Innovation Support. They are doing sales, they are working in the business world, but how it can relate to this thing is the mindset.
Yeah.
Like we have to get up every day, we have to do the job, we have to really boost ourselves, we have to help sometimes ourselves. And it's the same as working as a sales consultant. When you are, it takes a lot, but it gives you also the feeling of mastery, and you're building a real life skill to support yourself on. And you will be a valuable asset to any company, or if you're an entrepreneur yourself, if you know how to do sales. So very good that you brought that up. The mindset is extremely important in this and as an employee in Innovation Support. So usually I look at it as first months when I was in the military. It's the same as Innovation Support, like in the business world. You have to you can't slack. You can't just sit one day and don't do nothing, you know. And so it's a great experience. It's not for everyone, but it is for the hungry. For the hungry ones, yeah.
So if you are a hungry individual, maybe this is the workplace for you. You can make a lot of good money if you're a hard worker. So check it out, link in the description. And also, if you're coming from Scandinavia, I do believe the owner said that he might be open for application from Sweden and Denmark as well.
Yes.
Hit him up, link in the description. Let's go biking, guys. We're excited. It's getting warmer and warmer every day now.
Yeah!
A lot of construction along the highway here in Trøndelag. For those of you who travel this road a lot, for example my dad, he says his biggest wish before he dies is to drive a 4-lane highway to Trondheim. Maybe his wish will be granted one day. A lot of Norwegians can relate to Sweden having better roads, actually, if you're driving a car. And if you look at Norway's map geographically, you can see that Sweden is right next to Norway, and sometimes it makes sense if you're going up north to drive through Sweden, because they don't have that much mountains, better roads, more straight roads.
My mustache is growing out, but here in Trøndelag, that is a thing. It's actually called a trønderbart, which means Trøndelag mustache. So, for the occasion, guys. I know I also have a lot of viewers who appreciate architecture and religion. Here you have a church built in 1872. These are common all over Norway, this type of style. A beautiful church. We also have something we call stavkirke, when churches can be over 1,000 years old. So those do exist in Norway if you're ever doing a road trip here, but I wanted to highlight this one. And right next to the church is Circle K. We're gonna have a coffee and buy some gas for our little burner that we bring. All right. Guys, I want to show you what a Norwegian gas station looked like, because I've been traveling to 50 countries, and trust me, I've never seen anything quite like the Norwegian gas station. So I want you to see that if you're coming to Norway, either if you are taking the bus or a road trip or a bike trip like us, these stations are everywhere. So it's very easy to always kind of find a good offer of food and whatever. Let me show you and you'll understand. All right, here we go. So this is what I would call an average gas station even. And everything from chocolate bars like you will find in a supermarket. They always have a coffee station like this everywhere with buns. And then they also have this station, which you can see has baguettes. And they have coffee
they have iced tea, and they have these things which you can put on bread. And then over here, which I think is unique for Norwegian gas stations, is the offer of warm food. So we have hot dogs here, as you guys can see. And we have a very friendly store associate. What is your name? John. John? Nice to meet you, John. He has hamburgers, as you guys can see. And then we also have sunglasses. And over here, we have local products. So products from the region. Anything you guys can see here is locally produced. I think it's pretty cool that this gas station, this is not normal, by the way. This gas station is highlighting products from the region. How cute are these small dolls? Yeah. We like to spend some time inside these gas stations. This is usually where we talk to the locals, get the local vibe. So we're gonna have some good conversations with John.
So we've been biking for 14 days, and as you can hear, this sound is dirt and rain and moist and everything you don't want on your chain. So this spray, VD40, I think is international. It basically lubricates, it takes out the moist, and it holds rust, like it dissolves rust. So it's basically just maintenance.
Amazing.
And you get everything cleaned up good. You can just stand like this.
Ready for another 1,000 kilometers. Third stop of the day.
And we see a lot of trash along the way, but sometimes we see things that we simply cannot throw away. The Norwegian flag being one of the examples. And this is the second one we found on the trip. So it's probably a trailer or a caravan that's lost that flag. So what we do is we strap it to the front of the bikes, like you see here. I found this way up in northern Norway, and now we just discovered the second one.
What's changed now on the trip is that it is not as cold anymore as it was further up north. Every time we took a stop, we had to like seriously put on clothing, but now you see, don't need to do that anymore. So that's something that we can feel is changing on the body. It's getting warmer. Even though it's raining, we are not cold anymore. So that is so good. The only negative downside that we see getting more south is the increase of traffic on the roads. The further south you get in Norway, the more people. So stuff like that, you know, there's cons and disadvantages to everything. Good coffee is very important to me and Nicolai. That's why on this trip we have a small gas burner with us, and we have an AeroPress so that we are making our own coffee along the route. However, we did screw up a little bit because we bought a non-functioning gas. What is this called in English? Anyway, this is the gas, and it didn't have the right screw on the top, so it doesn't fit the one we have. That sucks, but luckily we have one last go in the one we had, so we can have coffee now. With this, we always get really good coffee. What do you think has been the most challenging part of the trip so far, Nicolai?
The mountain before Bjerkvik.
Mountain before Bjerkvik. So if you still haven't seen that episode, the whole day in general, I guess. I think that was episode 4. I think it's episode 4. Like the previous episode. Crazy, man. Yeah, from Bardufoss to Mo i Rana.
Yeah,
episode 4.
It wasn't that day was in itself super challenging, but it was like I've been biking a lot.
Yeah.
It had been raining for a long time.
Yeah.
And that day it rained all the way.
Yeah.
It was soaking wet.
Yep.
It was super long.
Yep.
Difficult climbs. But you also knew that tomorrow it will just keep raining and it will rain the next days.
I know.
So it's like in that moment you're super tired, but there is no, the light in the tunnel is so far ahead. That's what was challenging with that. Like you just, it was never like too much, but it was the most challenging part to answer the question.
No, I totally agree with you. It was freezing cold on top of that mountain too.
Yeah, never stopped. And now we are wet, but we can stop.
Yeah, exactly. We couldn't stop because the only thing that was keeping us warm was us biking.
Yeah.
Because we're generating so much heat inside our bodies. So we're starting to gain some really good perspective now because we've been biking for 2 weeks straight. Day 14. I've never biked more than a day in my life. So it's like, it's something else. I want to share something. I feel like biking for so long can almost be like directly related to your life. You know there's gonna be rainful days, you know there's gonna be sunny days, you gotta keep going. You just can't stop. You can't just... Does that make sense? You guys are probably wondering how tired we are at this point, and honestly, I'm not tired at all. We bike from 8 to 12 hours a day, depending on which incline, because we try to average about 120 kilometers a day on the bike. But the biking itself is the easiest part. You know, it's the weather and the mental thing. Your ability to just tell yourself to keep going, that's the hardest part. But I'm not tired from the biking itself.
I feel just actually more excited. Now, I feel stronger, more ready.
Yeah.
Ready for what to come. It's getting easier and easier.
Yeah.
Roads are getting better and better.
Yeah.
Weather is getting better and better.
Everything's just getting better.
Yeah, so now it feels like victory lap.
Yeah, guys, I hope you appreciated us talking a little bit about our experience so far. Comment below in the comment section if you have any other questions that you feel weren't answered. Fun fact, we're biking without any boxers.
Yeah, we're biking in the biking shorts.
Yeah, straight in the biking shorts. And then we have wool on our body. And I didn't know this until the trip, but Nicolai told me wool actually, when it gets wet, you're just wearing it and it's not raining, it will dry on your body as you're walking. Just like normal clothing doesn't really do that.
No.
And wool also doesn't smell. So it's a perfect material for a trip like this.
And it doesn't steal body heat. Like if you use cotton and it's wet, it will steal your body heat. But wool, it's basically just, it dries on you and it breathes, and it doesn't steal heat. So you can be completely wet and it can still keep you warm. But cotton shirt will not. So this is like, I think there's a reason because why sheep has it.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, that's true. The sheep has it. And it's just standing out in the rain.
Yeah.
Right? Actually.
And these ones are 260 grams for the nerds out there, or if you've been in the military, you have this 200 gram and you have the 600 grams. So this is like the same as the 200 grams.
We're basically wearing the same clothing every day. So far, we haven't washed it once.
No.
There's no women on the trip, so we don't need to smell good. But trust me, it doesn't really smell bad. A woman might disagree. But hey. Okay. Yeah! Alright guys, we are down to the last 10 kilometers of the day. It's been a long day, like every day. But problem is now that the wind is picking up, we have wind coming straight at us, and the bike bag drags so much air. We're like constantly fighting, even though you're going flat, sometimes downhill. You have to fight the bike, like an extra power. And it came at the last stage of this trip today. I forgot to eat on the last stop, believe it or not. If you just don't eat for 15 minutes and then you bike another hour, so meaning you have 2 hours where you're constantly biking, you just lose so much power and energy. I just ate a lot of bread and I'm feeling good again. Now we are heading into Steinkjer and we're gonna find a place to camp for the night because we couldn't find campsite or a camping or a hotel room that was under 1,000 kroners, 100 bucks. So we decided, you know what? Let's camp tonight with our own tents. Guys, we have found our hamburger joint in Steinkjer. It's actually a pretty big city, and we're gonna order kebab. See, they have kebab. That's so funny, man. Good. Oh my god, homemade pizza. Fairly honest with you guys, it's kind of weird to be in a city. If you've been watching all the episodes from 1 to 5, this is kind of the first time we're in a very civilized place since the beginning. Kind of been living a whole life on the bike now, in nature, bike 1,700 kilometers. And when you're out in nature, this is not normal. So it's like, this is super weird, like clothing and stuff. It's just a reflection I have right now, because I've been living in this nature bubble for a long time. So getting back to the normal city feels a little bit strange, but it's only for a short while because there's still a lot more nature to cross. Will admit that kebab is really good. Good night. See you tomorrow. Yeah! Good morning, everyone. Yesterday we slept on the field. We were out trucking again on the bike. I got these really bad scars on the back of my feet from the bicycle shoes. So day 15, and that's happening. It's always a new challenge. Today we are doing something called the Gylne Omvei, which means the golden reroute.
Or yeah, the route avoids the highway between Trondheim and here. Green sceneries, less trafficked road. Nice, very nice. Also trying to turn the hours around, trying to wake up more early. Sometimes we've been starting at 11. It's too late. So, welcome back to another day. Guys, here in Trøndelag, you need to eat trønderfår, basically meat produced probably by cows and beef in the area. And Nicolai is eating. What are you having over here?
I don't know what it's called. It's spekepølse.
Yeah, a giant hot dog. Yeah. Full of power.
Basically just salami.
Yeah, salami hot dog.
Different form. Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Amazing. Full of power, perfect for biking.
Yeah, it's very good if you eat one of those, you have power.
That's a lot of meat, man. That's amazing. Yeah, so we're making headway. We are now very close to a place called Slipra. A lot of farms here, a lot of greeneries. Beautiful. Like, this is the Norway that we fight for to protect. It's way easier to bike here than it is to bike in northern Norway. That being said, northern Norway is so beautiful in its own way. A lot of more challenging conditions. When you've done that for 2 weeks, it's nice to come down here. Nothing beats fresh mountain water in Norway, straight from the stream, like you see behind me here. Fresh water source everywhere. I saw a map once online about all the different places in the world where you can just get fresh water like that, and it's actually not that many. But Norway is one of them, which makes it a lot more cheap to travel here. And if you're completely foreign with that concept, the idea is as long as the stream is flowing, and like it's flowing from a higher mountain like this, it's usually okay. For example, now we're approaching a lot more farmland, and I'm very careful with getting water next to farms because you never know what could go into the stream from the farms just by them producing, you know, all the cows and all the pesticides that goes into the farms. So be a little careful with that. Might be okay, but for me, I just tend to only refill at places like this or gas stations along the way. Got water, got another 50 kilometers to the ferry port. That's gonna take us over to Trondheim today. It's very local weather, and that's very usual for Norway. So when you're biking on roads like this, now we're 300 meters above sea level, there's a lot more chance of rain, so we constantly have to take off and on the jacket. Right now it's sun. I'm gonna put on some sunscreen, make sure to protect my skin. We're having a good day so far. It's definitely nice to bike on the side roads next to the main road. A lot less traffic and a way more enjoyable. Woo, guys, we made it to the ferry that brings us over to Trondheim. Exciting. Ready to go?
Yes, this is the last boat. I said it the last time, I say it now. It's the last boat.
It's the last boat.
Trondheim!
Trondheim!
Actually, no, we're not going to Trondheim because B-roll, if you can see it on the camera now, Trondheim is actually a little bit to the left over there.
Yeah.
The boat will go straight over there. And we will, instead of biking to Trondheim and then down south, we will bike there.
Just go straight over there.
Straight south.
That's the plan.
Yes.
I like it. This is why I love the ferries so much, because it's like a grocery store on the water. Look at all the different offers that you can have on the ferry. Everything from baguettes to chicken wraps to paninis and waffles and shrimp. And then we also have these, which is like pancakes in Norway. We also have hot dogs over here. You can even get French fries if you want to. So many different things. It's like crazy how the ferries in Norway work. Guys, today we biked 143 kilometers. The longest one we've biked so far, and Oslo is 516 kilometers away, about 4 days of biking. Tonight we are sleeping right next to the E6 road, about 30 kilometers south of Trondheim. Found this very nice place actually, next to this fish koi. Nicolai has been inflating his mattress. We've been setting up camp, and this is where we're gonna sleep tonight. Awesome job today, Nicolai.
143 kilometers.
Not bad at all.
And 1,000 meters plus incline.
Exactly, that is also very important to mention, that we climbed the mountain today.
Yes.
Not just biked so far.
Big mountain, 317 meters at the top.
Oh wow.
From sea level to... So that's
quite intense. That's a job, yeah. Okay guys, let me show you the inside of my tent. Guys, exclusive look at my crib. Woo! So here it is. It's a one-man tent. It has an inflatable mattress at the bottom. My sleeping bag here, and then actually it's an outer tent, so this is the inner tent. So I close it like this, you guys see that? And then it has this section here where I can keep all the bike bags safe. And then I lock this part right here from the inside, and then all my stuff is secured and safe inside. So, there you go. New challenge now is Oslo in 4 days. I think we can do it, but stick around to see if we're able to pull it off. Good morning, everyone. My feet are starting to feel it, but we're making some progress now. We're past Trondheim. We are about 4 days away from Oslo. We figured out we need to average 135 kilometers a day now to reach Oslo in 4 days. So that's the current goal, you know. We gotta evolve also. If we don't have snow or other things to break us down, we need to find other things. So we have decided to increase the distance a little bit to get another challenge. Yeah, otherwise things will be too easy. Right now, we just had our first stop of the day. You guys know how this works. We bike for about 8 to 12 hours a day with 15-minute stops every hour. That is what we figured out. Just enough time to rejuvenate, feel relaxed to be able to push another hour. I'm wearing the vest now. Not the jacket that I've been wearing every episode up until this point. So it's getting warmer and it's a lot nice. And comment below what you think about my mustache and my beard that I've been saving up. This is what 2 weeks of growing a beard looks like. Not sure if I like it. Then again, on this trip, it really doesn't matter. So yeah, feeling energized today. A lot more easy to bike, and we are ready to keep going. Guys, as you can see, the bike route goes right next to the main road. I'm very excited for this. It's almost like this is the old road to Trondheim that we're currently biking on. Amazing. Love it. Alright guys, here comes the trailer. Let's see. It's a big moment, guys. Pants off. First time on the trip. Day 16. Pants are off. Haha. Huge moment on the trip. Nicolai's down to his shorts. You actually have to wear the sunscreen that we bought on the airport before the trip. We bought that thinking we were going to use it day 1. It's day 16. This is the first time we actually have to use it. Me, I am in a t-shirt and a vest. Let's go. It's the third leg of the day, and every third leg or fourth leg means 50-minute break. And today we timed it so that we are at the gas station. So we're buying a hamburger, getting a coffee, charging all our electronic gears. And it's what we look forward to in the day because we know we can really relax. guys, we are now biking on Riksvei 3, means the national road number 3, and it's a lot less cars than on the major highway, which is called E6 here in Norway. Very, very nice. These are the current conditions. Me, I'm wearing way less clothing than I was just a couple of days ago. Makes me very happy. Little snow in the horizon, but not much. And the goal of the day is a place called Tynset, where I've spent a lot of my childhood years with a very good family friend of mine, Alexander Hegen Espen. Shout out to you guys. So many good memories from Tynset. That's the goal of the day, and how about another 50 kilometers to reach that destination. So all we have to do is keep paddling, keep trucking, and avoid being hit by those guys. Wow, monsters, road monsters. They're so loud and very intimidating when you're on a bike, but they have a job to do too, so gotta share the road. Other than that, I'm starting to feel a lot more strong. This is my 16th day biking straight, become normal at this point. It's, yeah, my legs are getting used to it and I feel stronger. And now that my body don't have to survive every day because it's minus degrees, it's actually enjoyable. I did mention in another episode that I do this because of the mindset that I hope to get from it. The ability to know that when things are really tough, I'm able to keep going. If you've been through something like this, 30 days of biking and 30 days of motivating yourself when things are tough, there's not a lot of things in life that will scare you. So for me, it's a team building trip, motivational trip, and a personal growth. A lot of it is rooted in personal growth. I'm very excited for that, and I hope you can already tell I've been getting a lot out from it. I know that I can survive in cold winters, and I know that I have the ability and my body can take the stress of biking and performing every day. Here we go, Hedmark, Sør-Trøndelag. Tynset! Woo! There's even some snows on the top there. Ooh. We're flying, guys. This is the hardest gear, the top gear. And we're like just zooming across this mountain. We made it to Tynset, 9:30, means we've been biking for 12 hours, and the GPS says 140 kilometers to this exact spot from where we started today. So one of the longest ones we've ever biked. We're feeling pretty good, and summer is upon us. We had at least 70% sun today, so it's really good. The only reason we are probably a little cold is because we were 700 meters above sea level earlier. Now it's time to camp, get a good night's sleep, and keep pushing tomorrow. Nicolai, what is it like to bike here on the eastern, øst, hva blir det?
Yeah, the eastern part of the country.
The eastern part of the country.
This is beautiful. I mean, we can stand like this and relax instead of being quick, you know, and cold and wet. Now it's too easy, as we spoke about.
Yeah, it's like, almost too easy for us.
This is a fairy tale. Now it's holiday, you know?
Yeah. now starts the biking holiday,
yeah,
for Nicolai and Martin.
Yeah.
From here on out, we're gonna enjoy it. The challenge is over and it's time to enjoy. So that means that if you're coming to Norway and you want to do just like an easy bike trip for the weather and the nice conditions, maybe consider doing the eastern part. You know, it's way easier. It's way easier. But if you want the challenge, do the northern parts. We also noticed that, for example, here the grass is dry, which is the first time we come to a camping spot, except actually the first day in northern Norway, where we have dry conditions. Amazing. It's like small things like that. We found this like little tractor passage right by the river. There's even some sand down there. We might see Nicolai take a morning bath. We're not sure yet. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know.
Never know.
Stay tuned for the vlog.
Yeah! Good morning, everyone. We were completely taken off guard by this place. Came over the mountain yesterday thinking it was full summer, and then it was minus degrees this night. So when I woke up in the middle of the night, because I also got a food poisoning on top of everything, I had to puke like 4 times down by the river. It was so cold that the bikes had been frosted. So meaning there was snow on them, like because of the moist. And both me and Nicolai were inside our sleeping bags, like shivering the whole night. We couldn't believe it. And now the sun is out again. It's like unreal. Last big test on this trip, I think. But it
caught us completely off guard because of the moist and now everything. I woke up super warm because of the temperature. Now we have to dry everything next to the camping site. I think we made a mistake thinking that things were going to be easier. Hopefully tonight they will. But that was crazy. That was insane, absolutely nuts. I had to vlog this so I forever will remember this. Tynset is, as I remember, a very cold place. In the winter it can get below 30 here. Wow. Anyway, good morning. Guys, we are now crossing the bridge into Tynset, the centrum of Tynset, and we're gonna look for a grocery store to restock up on some things. Yes, Nicolai? Breakfast?
Breakfast, mister.
Not bad.
But a little bit weird in the stomach.
Yeah, same as me. I explained to them this morning I had some incidents. How are you feeling?
Weird in the stomach.
Yeah.
But now we're making coffee. We just ate and we're going to Rena today. It's 140 kilometers, so solid day.
Solid day again.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, guys, look at the day. Not a single... there's a couple clouds, but not bad at all. Yeah, and we are in Tynset, landlocked city here in Norway. Beautiful, a lot of old houses here. A lot of history. You guys can see this one right here. A lot of houses like this. All right, time to eat. Guys, this is what Tynset is famous for. The world's biggest thing. This is something they use at snow. And they have this here in the main square. Guys, first relaxation stop of the day. We are now sitting by the longest river here in Norway called Glomma. Goes all the way from probably above Tynset, way down to Oslo, is it?
Do you think this is the same as we slept by with after Trondheim, all the way up there?
Hard to say, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on how far it runs, but it's the longest river in Norway.
Yeah, it's famous. This is we're going to follow Glomma now till, I don't know, very far.
Yeah, all the way down.
Yeah.
It's very nice. The main road runs on the left side, and then Nicolai figured out that there's a back road, like an old road, that runs on the right side. Sun's out. I just told Nicolai a couple of minutes ago that it went from being an expedition, becoming a nice trip.
Yeah.
You know, that we're on, and you know, we're getting sunburned almost, so it's completely changed.
Put it in perspective, we are biking 160 kilometers today.
Yeah.
That's the furthest we ever biked.
Yeah.
But the climb is total 300 meters up, and no, 250 up and 530 down.
Yeah.
So it's more down than up, and we just did 100 now, the last 25 kilometers.
Yeah.
And it always, when we start the day, it can be tough, but this first hour we did 25 kilometers. I didn't break a sweat, and it's this hot.
Yeah, I didn't even feel it either.
We're flying, we're flying. So this is completely different level.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think I'm even gonna drop my netting shorts here.
Yeah.
Get it off, bike like you.
Yeah. So we are. I think we are stronger.
Yeah.
Our mentality is really hardened.
Yeah, for sure.
And everything is easier. The roads are better. The weather is nice. So it's like now we are basically focusing on performance and just see how far we can take this. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool, and just enjoy. To enjoy also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is the 17th day straight biking, man. It's crazy. I never thought I was gonna do that in my life. Yeah. How does it feel biking in nothing?
This was a far-fetched dream 10 days ago.
Look how green it is everywhere.
Beautiful.
Traditional Norwegian farm with the red barn.
Wow, mummy house.
They even have the mummy house in the yard.
They actually built the mummy house.
Dad points.
Yeah, wow.
Someone's a really good dad over there. Hey guys, the side road ended in gravel road, so we decided to go back on the main road just because we had so much luggage. It's really hard to bike on gravel roads with this type of setup. stop of the day, right by the road. It's getting really warm, like insanely warm, and it's getting so bad that we need to start look for shadow. First time this is happening. Good morning from our camp in Rena. We found this field right behind the city, which is very, very nice, and had a good night's sleep. Today we have 148 kilometers to Nicolai's cabin. Sorry, we had to cut it short there a little bit. Nicolai was changing, he was naked. Okay, anyway, 150 kilometers to Nicolai's cabin today. Wow. Let's go, guys. We can taste the smell, or we can smell Oslo right around the corner. This is where we are having breakfast. Nice. Beautiful place. We are now biking next to Mjøsa, very famous place in Norway. Most Norwegians know about this place if they've driven along here. And we are on the old road, next to the main road, just enjoying this magnificent summer day here in Norway. The train also runs right next to us here, which is probably the same railway line that we've been following all the way since very far up north. It is possible to take train a long way. And we are now at Espa, which is a very famous place. They have a gas station here that sells buns. Okay guys, the road is closed, but the bike, you are allowed to bike here. You guys see that sign? Right, let's go. Okay guys, we're gonna have the first swim of the trip. Oh my god, this is gonna be epic. This is starting to get ridiculous when you find places like this. Public places, tables, shelter, a grill, and the ocean is just right in front of us like this. It's probably like 20 degrees outside. This is what it's like to bike on this part of Norway the summer, and to be honest, it's kind of what we thought was gonna happen in northern Norway too. I think we just started too early when it comes to northern Norway. Time to swim, my first bath in a couple of days. Yes, I know, sounds a little bit, but it is the truth when you're on a trip like this. Oslo! Gå rett frem, Nico! Ja. Minnesund Bridge. Wow, we've come a long way. Yay! Oslo is now only 70 kilometers away, but it will have to be until tomorrow before we see it. Woo! The Eidsvoll building. This is where the independence of Norway, our constitution, was signed in 1814. It's a very historical and famous building for Norwegians. And actually, this is the first time I am this close to it, because normally I'm just driving by with a car. But with a bike, we can get all the way up close. Guys, we are now in front of the Eidsvoll building, where our constitution, the Norwegian constitution and our independence, was signed in 1814. We've come a long way. Like, this building, if you're living in Oslo, seems very far away. And we biked all the way from Nordkapp to here. Wow. Amazing. guys, we have arrived at Lørenfallet, Nicolai's cabin. Nicolai's brother was waiting for us here. 150k today. And Nicolai got hit with what I got hit with a couple of days, and it's been a champion biking through some sort of illness, but we made it. Beautiful place, Norwegian cabin in the woods. Day 18, summer's here, and oh. Yeah! We got 4 more days, guys. 4 more days to go, but we're gonna end the vlog right here. It's been a massive vlog, a really good one. The boys been putting in some serious effort. And at this point, we're like, shit, I wish we just did it to Oslo, but we're gonna finish. We're gonna go north to south. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Any last word from the chief himself?
This was by far the most heavy day.
Yeah.
Because I haven't eaten some breakfast and puking along the road, but we made it. And tomorrow we're in Oslo. We are taking a short day. Martin will only bike Jerome to his father. I will bike to my girlfriend, and we will meet up the day after.
Yeah, and finish this.
And finish this trip. So resting now. I think it's perfect timing. We're going to enjoy and stay tuned.
Absolutely, and thanks for having me at your cabin.
Of course.
Looking forward to the evening.
Yes.
And
yes, sir.
Bye-bye, guys. Guys, we are now in the roundabout at Gjelleråsen. Wow, this is all the way back to our valley where we grew up, Nittedal. And today is a half day of biking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend some time with my family. Nicolai's gonna spend some time with his family, and then we'll see each other tomorrow. We'll keep pushing.
Southern part of Norway is coming up.
Let's go.
Take me home.